Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Sparks here. So, if you've been to our summer camp and you were building our PVC rocket launcher, but it's not working just right, it's okay. Follow along with me and we'll make one more together. We already made this big one together, so let's go over the steps and build the small one together too. I'm going to pop this down so you can see nice and clearly. Remember, the first thing that you want to do is fold a nice line along here. Nice and small, maybe half a centimeter. Fold that line along. Now, if I go too quickly, that's okay. You can stop, pause, and go back and check it out again. Now, turn it over to the other side, and then we're going to prepare some tape. I want 1, 2 short pieces of tape, about as long as 3 fingers. Get that ready on the side of your table. 2 short pieces of tape. And then we need 1 long piece of tape, just about as long as this piece of paper. Put that on the side too so it's ready to go. Now, this paper should be right in front of you. The side that we folded should be close and the rocket should be far away. Take your pipe, put it over here, and let's roll it around. Remember, you don't want it too tight. It should slide in and out nice and easily. So when you think you've got it a nice tightness, then you can put on 1 piece of tape right around this side. Use the short tape. Put it around, make sure it still slides in and out. Now let's do the other side. Keep it a little bit loose. We don't want it to get stuck. Short piece of tape and wrap it around the other side. Keep it loose. Here I've got a problem because my tape went down over here. You can see now it's stuck. So if you have extra tape down at the bottom, make sure you cut that off. We don't want that tape sticking to your pipe. Okay, let's put it back on there. It should slide on nicely. There we go. Now, let's take a long piece of tape all the way down here. You see that? I start here on this side and put it on, and then I can just roll it right over. Uh-oh, mine got a little long. I'm going to need to make sure I cut that off. But it's still sliding quite nicely. If it's too tight, just cut your tape and try it again. Make sure it's loose enough to fly. I'm going to cut that tape off. No stickies. Now we're going to need some more tape to seal up the end of it. So let's use 3 pieces of tape. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Short tape. We're going to start here and go right over the top to the other side. See that? Now, we want to fill up all the holes. We don't want any air getting out. This is good to do on your pipe too. That way it's going to be a little bit stronger. Let's put our pipe on there. Let's see. I'll put 1 more right over this side. And 1 more right over the other side. Then give it a blow test. See if any air is coming out. I can feel the air coming out here. So when you find a spot that has air coming out, put some more tape on top of it. Make sure it's sealed up and no air is coming out. Oh, 1 more down here. Oh yeah, there's a little hole right over there. Put some more tape on top of it. That's perfect. Now, put 1 more piece of tape around the outside here to seal it all down. Oh yeah. Now, we're going to use some fins. Last time, we used these fins on it. This time, you can use the other fins that you have left over. Now for me, I like to fold it in half and fold it in half again, right along that line. And then I can cut it out. But this paper's pretty thick, so you might want to open it up and just cut 2 layers of paper if your hands aren't too strong. Let's bring us down and do our cutting. Cut here. In from this side and join up with that one and cut it out. Don't cut too far. Cut right along the top. Whoa, let's make sure we can see that nicely. Good. Let's cut these straight lines. Just a little bit. And then up this side. Same with this one. Cut that straight line. And then over on this side. Just one more to go. We got, nope, cut that straight line there. And then all the way up here. Good. We've got this one opened up. Now, let's cut it right down the middle and turn it into 2 pieces. There we go. Now we want to attach it to our rocket. You'll notice that one side of this is longer and one side is shorter. On the longer, we're going to go across it with a piece of tape. So take a short piece of tape, like that. And let's put it across the bottom. You see that? Now we can take that and attach it onto here. Don't let the tape go below the bottom of the rocket. Tape it around this side. There we go. See, the front still lifts, but the bottom has been taped all along here. Now, I didn't tape that very straight. I'm trying to show you. We're going to put one more piece of tape right up the middle here this time. So our next piece of tape goes right here in the middle, and then we can stick it down this way. That's looking pretty good, but I like to make this fold here too. You'll see it's got that green line. So I'm going to fold it forward. It's probably better to do this first. We'll do that next time. Try different ways. And fold it back. Same with this one. Fold it forward and then fold it back. Let's try that with the other one, but let's do our fold first this time. So let's make our fold first. Fold it on that yellow line or the green line. Fold it forward and fold it back. Fold it forward and fold it back. One piece of tape here and one piece of tape here. Let's start with the bottom piece. And this time, we're going to put it on the other side. That looks nice. Now one more piece going up here. Remember, you can design your own rockets, and we hope you do. Try doing different kinds of heads on the top. Maybe you can make a cone. Try designing your own fins on it. Maybe make them bigger or smaller or put some on the top. You can do whatever you want. The rocket's ready to go. Let's make sure it still slides on and off easily. It's a little bit tighter, so it's always good to make it a little bit looser, because if it gets too tight, it's not going to work well. If you do it wrong, just do it again. That's the fun of it. Now, let's put our pipes together. We should have 2 long pipes, 2 medium pipes, 2 short pipes. Let's start with our pipes. Let's start with 1 long pipe. 1 long pipe is different from all the other pipes. We want to put a piece of tape onto the very end of the pipe right here. We can stretch this out. This tape's really good. Hold it down and stretch it and wrap it around. See, just like that. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way around, that's okay. You can leave about a finger in there, and that's just fine. Try not to put the tape over top of the other. We don't want to make it too thick. Only the first long pipe has 1 piece of tape. All of the other ones are going to have 2 pieces of tape, one on both ends. So let's get those ready now. Stretch it and wrap it around. Other side. Stretch it and wrap it around. A little bit of a space, and that's okay. So your two long pipes should look like this. One only has one piece. The other one has two pieces of tape. Let's keep on going and do our medium ones. These will also have two pieces of tape on, or one piece of tape on each end. Around the top, around the bottom. There's one. Around the top. Other side. Around the bottom. Good. Now, our two little ones. Around the top. Whoop. Remember to stretch your tape if you need to. This tape's very stretchy. Around the bottom. Boop. One more. Around the top. And around the bottom. There we go. All right, now it's time to start putting it all together. Let's start with your one long piece that only has one piece of tape. We don't need tape on the end, so let's take this one and put it together with a T-joint. Long pipe, T-joint. Put them together and give it a turn. Get it in. Let's see, that's not falling out. That's nice and tight. All right, next one we're going to need is a short piece. Everybody, get a short piece, put it in, and give it a turn. So now we have long, T, short. Time for another T piece. T piece. Ugh, twist it on there. That's nice. I can still turn them, but they're pretty tight. Long, T, short, T. How about another short one? Short. Now, let's add an L joint at the end. L joint. That's our first pipe. That's what we want to do first. Long, T, short, T, short, L. We need to add a couple more right in here. So the first one, the one closest to the front, the side with no tape, it's going to be your long piece. Let's put that in the bottom of your T. Like that. In the next one, let's put a medium-sized one in the bottom of your T. But look at the ends. They're wide open. I don't want to have them open, so let's put a cap on each one. There's your cap. Put a cap on the long one. Put a cap on your short one. Get them on nice and tight. You don't want the air to come out. You want it to be airtight. All right. Let's go to the end here. Let's add one more medium piece at the end. There we go. You see how it goes? When we have it up, it's long, short, short. We're going to add something to this later, but first we need to learn how to put our bottle onto one of our L joints. Let's check it out. Oh, here's my bottle. And here's my L joint. We're going to connect these together. So let's start off and get 3 short pieces of tape, about as long as 2 fingers. Use your electrical tape. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 short pieces. The next thing, I want you to make 3 long pieces, about as long as your hand. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 short pieces and 3 long pieces. This is a tough part because we really need to get this on very well. You see they fit together nicely. It doesn't go inside, but they go together. So the first thing we want to do is put some tape on here. Let's take a short piece and put it right down the front there. Put it down really nice and tightly. Then we're going to connect these together, put it on top so that they line up. Pull this one out and push it on there. Stick it down. Now this can fall off easily. Whoop! That's why we need some more. Let's do another one over here on this side. Short piece of tape, stick it on the gray, nice and tight on the gray, and then stick it on. That's holding better, but let's put one more on the other side. Stick it onto the gray part nice and tight, and then down on the bottle. This is pretty good. It's not going to fall off, but it's also not going to hold the air inside. Now we need to wrap around. So let's start right here in the middle where the gray and the bottle join together. We're going to use a long piece of tape this time and put it over top where the two of them join. Now, boys and girls, I want you to put your finger on there and stretch it and then wrap it around. Turn your bottle, hold it down, stretch and wrap. You can keep doing that. Stretch and wrap all around that joint right there where they're connecting together. Oh, look at that. When you stretch it, you really get a lot better connection. You can see it goes into there. But it's not quite enough. We want to make sure this is super airtight. So we're going to do one more starting at the top and then coming down. So another piece of long tape. We're going to start up a little bit higher this time on the gray. Stretch and turn. Stretch and turn. Stretch and turn. Now, start going down towards the middle. Let's go over that other tape. Stretch it and turn it. Stretch it and turn it. That's really nice on this side, but the bottle side needs to have a little more. So let's do the same thing. Start on the bottle side and work your way up. This is a long piece of tape. Start here, stretch and turn. Stretch and turn. Now start going towards the middle, stretch and turning it all the way. That's what we're looking for. A nice connection with no air getting out. If the air gets out here, your rocket's not going to work. This is all ready to go. So let's take this on the bottom of here and connect them together. Get it nice and tight. This is pretty good. Now we have to set it up. Looking down at this way, it kind of looks like a gun. Ba, 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 ba. Let's take the front two, the long one and the medium one, and let's bring them out to the side and make a kind of a V. That's nice, a V. That's where it's going to stand. Now this piece at the end right here, let's turn it to the same side as the short one. Turn it over to the short side. Oh, let's see if we can get a better view of this. It's not sitting quite right, so we want to turn this piece down, down, down. We can bring it right down to the ground. And we can turn this one too. Turn it back a little bit. So it's going to sit on the ground like this. Let's move us back even more so we can see. Look at that. This is what we want, sitting on the ground. This one's kind of up in the air, so you can adjust it. Move it, turn it, down. Oh. That's looking nice. Now, it's sitting down, the bottle's here, both legs are on the ground, and the side that has no tape is ready to go. Let's take our rocket now, and I think this will be all ready to go. Take your rocket, put it right on the end. I don't like to put mine all the way down. All the way down doesn't tend to work very well, especially if it's tight. So put it up closer to the end, right close to the end. And let's see if we can get even wider. Oh, There you go. When you give it a blast, it should fire. Let's check out one other problem that you might have. One problem that I have sometimes is if I make it too tight. If this is too tight, let me show you something you can do. You can make some cuts in the bottom of it, like that. Just a little bit. You don't need much, but that's just going to kind of open it up a little bit so it's a little bit looser at the bottom. Let's try that one. Put it on carefully. Oh, this one's so tall. Line it up. And fire! Excellent. If you guys are having any troubles, just go back and watch the video again. You'll be able to see exactly how to do it. Just make sure there's no air leaking out. I'm Dr. Sparks, and now you know.